What's up, y'all? What is up? It's your girl EJ, and welcome to the recap, y'all. Now, today we're going to be doing our first impression recap over the Hulu original TV series Reasonable Doubt. Now, this TV series came out back in September. They're about 5 episodes in right now. Actually, I think they're actually 6 episodes in right now. And this TV series is going to star your boy Michael Ealy. It also stars this wonderful young actress who I cannot pronounce her name, so I won't even butcher it, but I will leave it here. Now, y'all, this actually is directed or produced, rather, not directed, is produced by your girl Kerry Washington, and I think it's a really dope series. We're going to be going over season 1, episode 1 today, called Can't Knock the Hustle. Now, the description of the TV show reads, Jack Stewart is known to be the most brilliant and fearless defense attorney in Los Angeles who bucks the system at every chance she gets. She's judged for her questionable ethics and wild interpretations of the law until she's needed, y'all. Now, I actually think that this is a really good series. I hope they give this a season 2, because if they give this a season 2, then I will definitely be recapping this from week to week if, they get a second season. But today I'm just here to do my first impression and tell you guys what I think about it and go over episode 1 with you. If you guys are interested in more recaps on Reasonable Doubt, then you can always let me know down in the comments, and y'all know your girl will come through for you, and maybe we'll jump to, whatever episode they're in if you want to see more of it. Okay, y'all, so when this episode opens up, your girl Jax is being held hostage. You know what I'm saying? She's tied up. She's bound. Whoever's holding her hostage, she is pleading for her life. She is like, look, I will not say anything. Just let me go. Now, whoever this is going to put her gun to her chest, and the screen is going to go black, and you're going to hear a gunshot. So we essentially don't know what actually happened. Okay, y'all, so we are going to be introduced to the Stewart family. So Jack Stewart is going to be married to Lewis, and they're going to have 2 children. Now, when the show opens up, of course, you are going to notice that there is a little bit of tension with the son. You know what I'm saying? His mom, is talking to him, and he just really ain't trying to have really much to do with her. But of course, he's talking to the dad. So you can tell that there's something, going on. Now, they're going to be headed to church. Now, once they get to church, you're going to see that Jax and Lewis, they seem to have this nice little connection. They're going to be joking about a situation that's happening at church where this lady is, where the pastor is asking for donations, and the lady who he's asking for the donations for, she stands up, and I think she has like on a Louis Vuitton jacket or something, scarf or something like that, and they're just kind of making these little jokes, and it's just really cute. Now, her phone is going to ring, and he's going to remind her like, hey, we said no work, on Sunday, on family day or whatnot, and then she's just like, well, the Lord knows my heart, and she goes out to take the phone call. Guy back, he's going to let her know that he's representing a young lady that says that one of her clients did something inappropriate. And of course, your girl Jax is just like, look, what did he do? She kind of gets all the details, or at least enough of the details. And she's just like, look, we'll take care of this, on Monday, and the attorney really wasn't trying to hear that. He's just like, he just wants to get it done. You know what I'm saying? But you can tell that he's trying to finesse the situation, but your girl Jax is not going for it. I definitely like this character, Jax. I think Jax is hardcore. You know what I'm saying? I think she says what she means, and she means what she says. And I just think that she's doing a really good job at representing this strong Black female character lead. I really like this character so far. Like, Jax is she's definitely doing it for me. And I have to be honest, I have looked at every last single episode at this point. But, and I think the show is a really great show. So I think you guys should definitely check it out if you have not already. Okay, y'all, so we are later going to meet Jax's, sassy assistant. She is definitely a handful. She is something else. I really enjoy her character as well when she does get to pop in and out. Now, we are going to learn that Jax is actually a partner at her law firm. Looks like she might be the only Black female partner at her law firm. And at this meeting that she's headed to, they are discussing the possibility of bringing Braden Miller on as a client. So they are going to have the opportunity to represent Braden Miller, who is a soon-to-be billionaire, and he's having some issues. He has something going on. They don't know exactly what it is. So the partners are going to suggest that Jax and Rick, basically take lead on this. And Jax is going to be like, look, let us meet with him alone instead of everybody in one room, because they need to see exactly what's going on with him, what he's needing. And they want it to be a little more private so that he can be a little more open with them. Now, your boy Sean Patrick Thomas is actually going to be the one playing Braden Miller. He is doing a phenomenal job as well playing this character, y'all. Now, you might know him from Barbershop, just in case you need some context about who Sean Patrick Thomas is. Now, y'all, we're going to meet Jax's mom as well. She's going to remind her about her stepfather's birthday party, and you can tell immediately that there is something going on with Jax and her stepfather. She definitely was like, I'll be there, but you could tell that there was a little bit of uneasiness about it when, they talked. Now, we are also going to learn at this point that Jax and her husband are separated, y'all. Now, he has hired Will. Will is the night patrol guy who is there to protect her. She is someone who represents a lot of high-profile clients. So he feels like she needs to be protected, and so he has someone standing out there. He also has cameras in the house as well, y'all. So even though he can't be there because, like I said, they're separated, he has put all of these things in place. Now, of course, we are going to actually figure out at this point why her son seems to be so angry with her. You know what I'm saying? He's upset about his father not being there, and I think he blames his mom for this situation. Now, we are going to later find out with the conversation between Lewis and Jax that, Jax is having a hard time dealing with this because her husband left. He left because he gave her an ultimatum and wanted her to choose between her job and him, and their family. For somebody like her who takes her career seriously, who has probably worked extremely hard to become partner, to be seen, to be heard, her being a woman and then her also being a Black woman, I can't imagine, someone asking me to choose between my family and my job. You know what I'm saying? Because those things are both going to be important to her. And, just based off of this first episode so far, you can see that Jax really is a great mom. You know what I'm saying? She's not lacking in that department. However, her husband just felt like, her job comes before everything else. But I feel like there's this balancing act that has to happen because it looks like Lewis also has, Lewis has a job that's a little more laid back. So you can tell that there's definitely some stuff that's going on between them. And I don't feel like it's things that they can't necessarily work out, but I do think it's going to be some things that they're going to have to dig deep and really, get to the root of it. I don't think the answer is giving your wife an ultimatum per se, and that's how he ends up out the house because she didn't choose what he thought she would choose. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, y'all. Okay, y'all. So we're actually going to finally get to meet Mr. Braden Miller as well. Mr. Almost a Billionaire. Now he's going to come in there arrogant as all get out, y'all. Let me just keep it real. And you can tell that he doesn't want to talk to Jax. He never actually looks her in the eyes. He always, addresses Rich. You know what I'm saying? Like he never actually addresses her. He doesn't like the fact that she's asking questions, but she's asking these questions because she needs to know exactly what they're dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And he's just, I don't know. Me and Braden, yeah, we wasn't seeing eye to eye at all. I just didn't like his character at all, y'all. So anyway, y'all, we're going to find out that Braden Miller's former, I forgot her job title, but she was like third in command, I believe. But anyway, she is accusing him of sexual assault, and he's denying that, of course. He's saying that he didn't do it. Now, she is looking to get money, and he's looking to get an NDA. So he basically wants to pay the money, but he wants an NDA. He wants her to not say anything. He wants some very specific things. So that's what he has come to them for. And he let it be known that he don't want to deal with Jax. You know what I'm saying? Because he's like, this isn't a criminal thing. And she reminds him that sexual assault is criminal, but he just basically wants to deal with Rich, and so that's kind of how they end things. He leaves and he later tells Rich that he wants to deal with him, and it is what it is. But your girl Jax she didn't really care about that. But of course, she is going to look into the situation because she is a partner at this firm and they're a team at the end of the day. So she's going to have her investigator look into Kalisha. She's a criminal defense attorney, so she knows how to play the game. And, you know, the first thing she's going to do is let me find out what I can find out about her. Let me find some dirt on her, something that we can use. You know what I mean? Even though she's not going to be a part of it initially because Braden doesn't want her to be part of it, she's still going to go out and find this information because that's just what a good attorney does, especially with her being partner. You know, they represent everybody regardless. It's their firm. Now, Jax is going to meet up with her client, Devin McDonald. Now, he is the basketball player from when Jax was at church earlier and the guy called and said that, you know, he represented this other chick and that she was accusing him of inappropriate behavior. Well, she's like, look, you know, and she went and found receipts on this chick that this chick literally does this all the time. And she's just like, ignore it. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's just trying to get money from you. And she had all the receipts for it, but there was nothing to prove what the girl was actually doing. Like, he didn't have anything. And he was like, I wish I just had proof. So, of course, your girl, Jax, is like, look, give me your phone. So she sends some sort of text and the girl responds, and that's all they needed. And they were able to prove that she was just trying to get money. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where that ends. And it just kind of shows you like what type of attorney Jax is. It shows you that Jax is willing to do what she needs to do for her clients. You know what I'm saying? And she knows what she's doing. So I think that was the whole purpose of them showing us this client and showing us how Jax moves. And I don't know, your girl Jax, if I got into some trouble, she could be my attorney, y'all. Real talk. Okay, y'all. So your boy Damon Cook is going to reach out to Jax. He wants her to come and see him because he is about to actually admit that he did a murder that he didn't actually do. Now, Damon Cook is going to be played by Michael Ealy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, pretty-eyed Michael Ealy, y'all. And he was a client that Jax had when she first started out, when she worked in the public defender's office. You know what I'm saying? And she wasn't able to get him off. And he ended up being in prison. He's been in prison now for like 16 years, I believe. And they hadn't seen each other in 16 years. And he wants to see her. So she's going to go see him. And, you know, and basically he's just going to let her know, look, I'm tired of being in here. And the only way that I'm going to get out on parole is if I show some sort of remorse, you know. And she's just like, but you didn't do it. And he's at this point, shoot, it don't even matter. Like, he done been in there for 16 years. If nothing has happened now to help exonerate him, he's just like, it ain't gonna happen. So he gonna do what he have to do in order to touch ground again. And I can't really blame him. I get what comes along with that, admitting to your guilt, even though you're not guilty. But if it means I'm going to stay in this prison cell or I'm going to get out on parole, then, you know, he going to do what he have to do. Now, your girl Jax is not happy about this at all. And she's going to be like, look, if you do this, I'm never speaking to you again. And, you know, it is what it is. So she leaves. And you can tell that there's a little something more between these two than just a client and attorney. You know what I mean? And we're going to find that out, I think, a little bit later, exactly their backstory when they go back and they show all the events of what happened during Damon's trial. But for now, they're just giving off vibes of like, oh. So anyway, y'all, your girl Jax is going to end up going out with her friend and they're going to have a lot of drinks and she's going to get drunk and she's going to end up at her husband's home, you know what I'm saying? Because they are separated, so he has his own place, and she's going to end up there with him. And of course, he's going to want to talk and have a conversation, so they're going to get in the car and talk, and he's going to let her know that he loves her, you know, and she tells him the same. And he's like, you know, when I gave you this ultimatum, I didn't know that I wasn't going to be the choice. You know what I'm saying? And she was like, you should have known that though. And I think that just goes back to like when you marry someone, you have to know who it is that you're marrying. And there And there has to be some indication to him that her career was important to him, and he should have known that giving her that ultimatum wasn't going to work out in his favor like that. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. Anyway, y'all, next thing you know, your boy is telling her, like, look, I know what you need. You know what I'm saying? I know what you came here for, yada, yada, yada. And next thing you know, his hand is up her dress. And, you know, they doing what they do, you know what I mean? And then Jax is like ready for more, you know what I'm saying? And then her husband is going to be like, good night, Jax. I'm like, really, bruh? That's how you gonna do your wife? You just gonna do her like that? I'm just saying, like, you playing with fire, for real, for real. And your girl Jax went home all hot and bothered, you know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, he did. Well, that's probably too much for YouTube, so we just gonna keep going. So anyway, y'all, Rich is going to meet with Kalisha Moore. I think I called her Kalisha Miller, y'all, earlier. Y'all forgive me for that one, because I'm not gonna go back and edit that out. So anyway, her actual name is Kalisha Moore. So they're gonna meet with her, and she's gonna bring her cousin with her as well. Her cousin's name is Fallon. And, you know, he's like, go ahead and sign it, yada, yada, yada. He's telling her everything that needs to go along with signing it, and all the terms and all that type of stuff. Now, Brayden is going to end up giving her $12 million, you know what I'm saying? And she just has to sign this NDA. But I don't know what Rich said exactly that triggered her. Like, something triggered her. I forgot the exact words that he said, but when he said that, she tore up that NDA and she walked out of there, and she was like, I won't be silenced. Now, as she's walking out, she's going to accidentally bump into Jax, and she's going to know exactly who Jax is. Of course, Jax is a high profile attorney once again, so she knows exactly who she is. And she's going to tell her that your firm is trying to silence me. And next time a black woman says that she's been raped, you need to show the F up. And I'm just like, dang, Kalisha, like, you like that? You just going to throw Jax under the bus? Like, really? Like, Brayden literally didn't want her to have anything to do with this. So that's why she ain't showed up. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, of course, you know, that kind of triggered your girl, Jax, because there is some other stuff going on with her, because there is going to be a flashback for her. And once again, like I said, there is definitely something going on with her and her stepfather. You know, you can tell that there is something deep seated there, but we don't get a lot of it in this particular scene. It's just a small little flashback. Meanwhile, your boy Damon is getting ready for his parole hearing. Rich is telling Brayden the horrible news that, you know, your girl Kalisha has decided that she's going to go on Good Morning America, and that, you know, she ain't about to sign this NDA. And he's like, look, I can get her to sign it. I'm just going to have to give her what she wants. And I was just like, bruh, what she want? Like, why you didn't give her what she wanted before? Why you just now gonna give her what she wants? You was about to give her $12 million, so if she don't want money, then what is it that she wants? And then, you know, he was basically saying that, you know, Jax was probably right, you know what I'm saying? Even though he didn't know her name or anything. And once again, just showing his arrogance, you know, and he just a bit much, y'all. Like, in these first few scenes, your boy Brayden Miller is doing a lot. You know, he didn't remember what Jax's name was. He just said, oh, girl was probably right. And then when Rich tells him her name is Jax, he's like, yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just like, okay, you gonna need her. I'm gonna need you to calm down 2 notches, because you about to be in some mess, because Kalisha is not backing down from this. And I'm gonna tell you right now, your boy Rich, he is a corporate attorney. Like, he does corporate stuff. He can't handle your criminal stuff, and you gonna need her. So, you know, it is what it is. So anyway, y'all, he's gonna go do whatever it is that he finna go do to get her to sign this NDA. Now, meanwhile, Lewis and Jax are going to end up going to the stepfather's birthday party that her mom had asked him to come to. And you can, of course, like I said, you can still feel the tension. As she walks in here, you can tell that she definitely does not want to be here. She is going to go pour her a glass of wine, and then she's going to pour the rest of it out. So apparently the stepfather is a recovering alcoholic, and because she pours out the wine, and she's like, he might not can have a drink, but I need a drink. You know, and then when she sees him again, like, her daughter's sitting on the stepfather's lap and she's giving him the cupcake, and I don't know, she's just triggered and she just has to leave. Now, it's weird because your boy Lewis doesn't even notice that there's something wrong with his wife. You know what I'm saying? She says that she has to go, and he's like, you asked us to come here for family time, and then you're just going to leave. And I'm just like, do you not see that there is literally something that's wrong with her? Like, I think I'm kind of I think I'm kind of seeing what's going on with you guys, because she doesn't like to talk very much, and you're not good at reading some of the things either. Like, y'all need some counseling, seriously. So meanwhile, your boy Damon does get out on parole. His parole gets approved, and he's reading this letter that Jax had wrote to him. And this letter kind of confirms to us that, there was definitely something, between these two, whatever it was, an emotional connection, whatever it was, there was definitely something between Jax and Damon. And, in the letter, she mentions at the very end, I do love criminals, you know what I'm saying? And this was kind of, based off of something that was said earlier in the episode when she was speaking to him. So anyway, y'all, your boy Will, who actually is the guy who was a night patrol that works there, that is supposed to be protecting Jax and her family at nighttime because her husband, can't be there and he has his own place. He comes in and he's like, look, this is going to be my last night. And then he lets her know that he has a little bit of a criminal history. He was like, it's nothing bad or anything like that. It was when he was young. However, someone found out about it. So this was going to be his last day on the job. So anyway, y'all, your girl Jax is going to reach out and hug him. And you can definitely tell that, they've already been doing this light flirting. But now you can see that this is like a full on flirt. Like, she's like, you can get it type of look. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, all I noticed is that, your girl is really looking at this camera, and then it's going to go to the scene where you're going to see your boy Lewis looking in the camera. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's actually looking and he's been lurking. I don't know. It's kind of creepy, but at the same time, you can tell that it might be something that they are kind of into, because she's going to be, she going to give it up to oh boy. You know what I'm saying? And she's going to be looking directly in the camera. So it's like she's sleeping with him, but she really, is doing this for Lewis. And Lewis is looking, and he ain't mad. He ain't anything. So I'm just like, maybe this is like something that they do. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. Whatever y'all do, y'all do. So anyway, y'all, the next morning, your girl Jax is going to get a phone call from Rich, and he's going to be like, look, Kalisha Moore is dead. You know what I'm saying? So now the woman who was about to go on Good Morning America, right before she was getting ready to go on Good Morning America, the one who accused, Braden Miller of sexual assault is now dead. And we already know who's going to be the prime suspect in this whole entire thing. And we already know who he's going to need. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. So this is going to be fun to see how Braden is going to try to get Jax to be his attorney, because, he told her he didn't want her. So you already know he going to have to come correct with this one, y'all. Okay, y'all. So my first impression of this show is that it's good. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is a really, really good show. I'm looking forward to the episodes each and every week. Like, I have to see the next one. So I definitely am enjoying it. I think they have a really good cast. I think Michael Ealy and this other young lady who I can't say her name, I think they're all doing this amazing job. And I can't wait to see more of it. I definitely hope that they have a second season, because I do not want the same thing to happen like with Our Kind of People, because Our Kind of People was actually a really good television show as well, y'all. But, it didn't get its second season. So I'm hoping that Reasonable Doubt has much better luck, and that your girl Kerry Washington, gets a second season on this show, because she's doing her thing with this, y'all. So anyway, y'all, let me know what y'all thought about the show. If you've already seen it before, go ahead and tell me what you think about it. Go ahead and get the conversation started down below. Until next time, guys, peace.